I remember watching Spotlight, which won Best Picture at the 2016 Oscars, and feeling almost a gut punch at seeing the scale of cover-ups that have occurred on an institutional level in the Catholic Church. The most striking aspect of that investigation, carried out by the Boston Globe in 2001-2002, was that the crumbs led all the way up to the Vatican, clearly signifying that it wasn't a local issue or a series of stray cases here and there. There was a problem, and it was worldwide, and it was deep-rooted. Since then, much has been uncovered about sexual abuse in the church and how, sadly, it's been a routine affair. You may recall the investigation by Illinois Attorney General that revealed that the Catholic Church hid the names of at least 500 priests who sexually abused minors. Or when over 300 Christian priests were accused of abusing more than 1,000 children in Pennsylvania. Or when Pope Francis himself was accused of being involved in covering up sexual abuse by a disgraced cardinal. Like I said, it goes right to the top. And although it took time for the tentacles to reach Asia, it has, and in a very big way. Because what rocked India last year was a series of cases such as that of a 34-year-old married woman in Kerala alleging that 4 priests had sexually abused her, and in the most insidious way, by using her confessional statement as a kind of a blackmail. What a shocking misuse of someone's trust and faith. But then again, this is an accurate reflection, because the abuse scandal has plunged believers everywhere into a crisis of faith. And this is not just ordinary, unassuming children and women we are talking about. The rot has extended to the church's own members, the nuns. When Bishop Franco Mulakkal, a senior member of the Roman Catholic clergy and head of its Jalandhar diocese, was accused of raping a Catholic nun 13 times between 2024 and 2016, Sister Anupama and 4 of her companions from the Missionaries of Jesus congregation in Kerala rose in protest, demanding Mulakkal's arrest. You know, their fight is inspiring, but as you can imagine, speculations abound on how they have come under a lot of pressure and scrutiny for speaking out. In an interview with German news outlet DW recently, Anupama said, "Pressure works in discreet ways. Our movements are restricted, money given to us is bare minimum, and we are being watched. So obviously we can't live freely and are constantly watching our backs." Ordinary men and women who attend church too face this kind of a response when they speak up. People would refuse to talk to us, to sit next to us during Mass. If I went to sit next to someone, they would get up and leave, said to the BBC a mother whose son told her one day that the parish priest had raped him. The person in the dock is one of the Catholic Church's most senior cardinals, Archbishop of Mumbai, Oswald Gracias, who admitted he had to reflect on the fact that he didn't alert the police immediately after the case of the rape of the boy was presented to him. Gracias is now attending and addressing a 4-day Vatican conference from 21st to 24th February. In fact, going on now as we speak, to talk about accountability. It's a bit rich, don't you think? But that is largely the theme of the conference, to discuss ways to fight sexual abuse of children by predatory Christian priests. The summit will basically have survivors speak about their pain and for the clergy to listen. Now, if you think about it, this summit is an acknowledgement that the Vatican has a problem on its hands, and not just any problem, perhaps the biggest crisis for the institution in modern times. But here's the thing. No amount of plans, reflection points, or handbooks can make up for an apology, and an unconditional one. No expressions of regret, no saying things could have been handled better, none of that. But a clear admission that the institution has messed up and they have left a long trail of victims, and that they take responsibility for all of it. That would be a start. Nothing short of clear admission, a genuine apology, and then an action plan on how to fix things going forward. Anyway, isn't that what the essence of confession is?